Thank you so much. So quickly moving on to the next panel discussion, it is, ladies and gentlemen, unlocking Gift City real estate potential. Ladies and gentlemen, the crowning glory of Gujarat is all set to be celebrated and discussed in this wonderful, wonderful topic. Gujarat, the Gift City, and unlocking Gift City real estate potential. I'll quickly introduce our honorable moderator, and then I'll be introducing our speakers in alphabetical order. So I'll first invite the moderator of this session, Ravin, Bhojani, Senior Director, Advisory and Transaction Services, CBRE. This is the second time he's coming. Please give it up loudly for him, please, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ravin, thank you so much, sir, for once again joining us. For all the ones who joined us new, he's been there for 25 years plus in sales, marketing, PR, leasing, branding, and business development experience in real estate, funds, media, retail, and healthcare industry. He has a distinction of working with prestigious companies like SCI, I believe it's Computer Center, Simba and Escon Group, Everstone Capital Funds, Shalby Hospitals, World Trade Center Association, and Adani Group, gaining national and international exposure with Asia and Africa. Give it up for him, please, once again, ladies and gentlemen, our moderator for this session. Can you please make some more noise over here? All the people over there at the back, all the ladies over here in the front, can we please expect you to clap a little more? Can we please expect you to clap a little more? Thank you. Quickly moving on to our first speaker, and I introduce in alphabetical order. We have Amit Jaitly, who's the Deputy MD, Mid-India Project Management at Colliers. He's a seasoned real estate professional with over 19 plus years of experience in the country. He has managed the entire aspect of project lifestyle development executed across India, including interiors. As Executive Director, he's responsible for the Gujarat operations as well. And he's skilled in business development, design management, value engineering, and close monitoring of construction activities, leading the team towards project delivery, of course. Ek baar zor se taali please for Mr. Amit Jaitly over here. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us over here. We have Chitrak Shah, who's the co-founder and MD, Shivalik Group, Chairman, CREDAI, Ahmedabad as well. He's an industry leader with over 26 years of experience. He's a visionary in the true sense of the term in the real estate realm, renowned for his role in transforming the city's skyline through innovative and iconic projects. As a founder of the Shivalik Group, a leading real estate development company in Gujarat, and the Shivalik Institute of Real Estate, he helps young developers change the landscape of urban development. His focus on leveraging the latest technology and sustainable practices is also making a significant impact on the real estate ecosystem. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Chitrak Shah over here. Thank you. We also have Rutul Shah, who's the co-founder and partner, Aurtus Consulting. He has over 14 years of experience in the field of tax and regulatory services. He has experience in multiple sectors such as pharmaceutical and healthcare, infrastructure, power, technology, including fintech, infrastructure, FMCG, financial services, startups, and everything else. His specific assignments include family office advisory, including succession planning, structures, transaction advisory, including mergers and acquisitions, cross-border transactions with respect to inbound and outbound investments, corporate restructuring, tax planning, tax and exchange, control, compliance matters, etc. Give it up for him, please, once again, ladies and gentlemen. So, there are people at the back, and I expect you to make some more noise over here for our wonderful panel. We also have S.K. Patel, who's the founder of Kavyaratna Group. Under the leadership of S.K. Patel, Kavyaratna Group today stands among the most respected names in the property development business between Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, and Gift City. The group is one of the fastest growing and most diverse construction and real estate development enterprises in Gandhinagar, and is quickly expanding its footprint, laying the groundwork for future development. What an incredible panel. I want you all to make the highest amount of intensity and noise for this wonderful, wonderful panel. We're all set to share their insights and experience with us over here to ensure that the community grows. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the 16th Realty Plus event and Conclave 2024. It's always a pleasure to be a part of this conclave. I won't waste much of the time because we have to make sure that we cover up on the time that has been lost. Welcome, everyone. Gift City. It's a gift to the country, give to the the state and the first of the smart city. Chitrak bhai, I would love to start from here. You have been a pioneer in real estate industry for years now. You have come a long way. You are building one of the most iconic projects in Gift City, which has already made some waves and made some exciting investment opportunities for. You have launched AIF. You were the first person to come on. How has your experience in general been from the day you decided to be a part of Gift City?
Hello. So if you see the tax structure, which is not applicable for us specifically, which is for the customer, but at a time, if you see the skyline, like multiple projects in one area, with maybe more than 50, 100 projects, with having 30 floors approximately. If you see the same kind of infrastructure in New York, Dubai, then you will never going to ask what is the tax structure, what is the benefit. You will love that skyline. And cities are always aspire with the skyline of the building. So even though tax structure is there or not there, but the infrastructure, the type of building, the MVP services, the way it has been built, we thought it is coming out different way, which is not typical project, which is just a project. If you go out of the project, maybe if you are building an SG highway, if you are just going out of our one project, then we'll typically find the common roads, infrastructure. So like maru projects are also project bhi bahar so. So the infrastructure, if you see overall, with the good design project, good MEP, good level of services, I don't think so. I think entire India ma aur koi infrastructure hase. And tax is the added advantage for the consumers.
Thank you. So now that you raised that topic about tax, and we have one of the panelists who is an expert and been part of your city, how do you foresee and what has been the response when it comes to occupiers, and what benefits have they achieved with regards to tax and savings? I fairly know, but for the public over here who would definitely not know more benefits that are available within DTA limited, but within SEZ. That could set the tone for understanding how Gift City is comparatively to any city in the country who is offering SEZ comes number one, or it's much better than any other SEZ within the country.
So we've been dealing with Gift City for over 15 years now, and I've really seen the entire infrastructure come up this way. I still remember the days when there were only 2 employees and they used to sit out of that GMDC office, right? And I would only say one thing: where there is a will, there is a way. And we've constantly seen the government making positive changes to the policies, tax framework, looking at global infrastructure, looking at global policies, looking at global products, and trying to bring them here to compete with the global markets. And if I share my experience, our experience as a firm dealing with Gift City and the entire ecosystem there in last 3 years, it's phenomenal. I will be surprised if this doesn't cross the current space already occupied, and even 3,000 acres is already approved for expansion. The reasons are, as Chitrak bhai rightly said, tax incentive is one thing, but there are so many things. You are providing opportunities, you are providing infrastructure, you are providing ecosystem to people who do business. And it is not only for residents, it is for resident community, it is also for non-resident community. It is not just financial services, it is much beyond. It is ancillary services, insurance, banking, funds, brokers, advisors, airline leasing, ship leasing, global capability centers, and you name things and they are trying to bring those things here. You have a holding company design, you have a variable capital company proposed. Anything which is a new concept globally is something that they are trying to bring here. And if all of these things come here, and from my interactions, our interactions with the regulator there, they are open to doing everything that facilitates entry into the city. There are incentives on tech side, there are incentives on securities transaction tax, stamp duties, GSTs, commodity transaction tax. So those are all, I would say, added advantages. But when you provide the ecosystem, when you have people doing business with GIFT City, when you have people coming out to GIFT City to do business, when there is no need for them to go to Singapore, Dubai, or Mauritius to do the same thing, then I think we are up for a much bigger, much larger global game.
I agree, and IFSC has been the boon, and we are the first ones to implement it in the country, and that has been the game changer. Now, even the chartered accountants who are dealing on offshore businesses are also been added into that list of businesses that could start occupying offices. Coming to that, what you said was residential and hospitality, which currently is limited. There is only one developer who has delivered, that's Shobha. I understand, Suresh sir, you are coming up with an excellent residential project within GIFT City, and it's already making waves. Kavyaratna is something that people are talking about. How has your experience, and what do you foresee of the residential playing a game changer within GIFT City? Of course, it's a need of the hour because most of the employees that are working over there do find it a tough job of commuting. So, you coming up with the residential, how has your experience been, and what's the response that you have received?
Namaskar. With respect to first, I would like to highlight about the planning of the whole GIFT City. The way they have allocated the space of each category of infrastructure, if we consider residential, it's only 4% of the whole land. If we consider commercial part like offices and other commercial area, it is only 28%. 34% land they have spared only for green development. So the way they have planned the whole city, such a city has not been planned elsewhere in the whole world, we can say. And the infrastructure, the way they have started from the day one, say way back from 2011 onwards, they have made all infrastructure ready, and then they have started allocating plots for further development. Maybe a residential, maybe a commercial, offices, something like that. Looking to the only 4% residential space, that is a very crucial point with respect to requirements of real estate. The people who are going to work in GIFT City, the concept is walk to work. So at present, people are finding more difficulties commuting from Ahmedabad or other cities. So traveling time, they are consuming much more. It's again not recoverable time in life. So the moment the occupancy will start, there will be a different livability in the whole city actually. That is my point.
I agree. Of course, the whole ecosystem only works when we have social infrastructure, which is supported by the residential, which is supported by the commercial, and walk to work has been the theme all across the globe. We have seen metros having that kind of a concept where Bangalore has developed certain micro markets where walk to work has become a must. Ahmedabad is one of that city which GIFT City is now the sorted or the most dynamic city which has come, the first smart city with all the infrastructure been provided through centralized unit. Everything is monitored. Amit, how has been your experience overall with regards to you are definitely developing few projects in the country and now you're doing it for GIFT City. What has been the transition or your the difference of experience that has been so far within both the kind of spaces?
Thanks. If you look at what GIFT gives and as against to what other cities have been able to give, it's an ecosystem which is very difficult, and such large ecosystem which is coming up huge ecosystem of having hotels. You've got institutions there, and also the infrastructure in terms of public utility areas which will come in, people where they could come and enjoy over there, is where you can attract people there. Currently, when you go to a gift city, you know you're going to go see something very nice. It's going to be high-rise buildings which are coming up over there. But still, when you talk about technology, it is very advanced. When you look at any of the MVP and HVAC, it's very ahead of what usually projects would have, like existing cooling what they have. So it's an infrastructure which has been planned. It's a time for the developers and everyone to come up with huge buildings which are going to be iconic, like what Chitrak bhai was talking about. The skyline, the New York skyline, what you see, you're going to live off front, how it evolves and how it does. I think the need would be it gets delivered very fast. And as I think Vatsal bhai was saying, you can't be depending on the government funding coming in every time. So it's faster than your and I think the metro which is coming needs to come inside, which will also help the growth that's going to happen.
Certainly. So the connectivity is a major a miss, which we are looking at the requirements for that early this year, and we are looking at by next quarter, it should be functional, and that's what the target is for metro to be functional by at least July and August, and that would definitely be a boom. We ourselves have experienced the change in gears from most of our occupiers now concentrating in the and that has been a positive boost. We have experienced so much of traction that we are seeing in the last 6 months that has given us the confidence more of major occupiers coming in, major IT companies coming in, and they are not just coming in with a small requirement of 10,000, 5,000 or 15,000. They are looking at setting up their GCCs over here. So gift with all this infrastructure and all that, and of course what you rightly said, that it has to come in time. Chitrak bhai, how is the trophy coming up and when we are seeing it? Because it has been already a talk of the country, not just the city. I've just been to Bombay and we were talking about it yesterday.
We are making Cow of India. We are making the trophy of India. So we are gifting the trophy to gift. That is our forte as a design. Because we see gift completely differently. That is international standards. Public people are coming. The MNCs who required some iconic building. Buildings can be straight line also for the betterment of efficiency. But I always say, Ferrari mein baithna ho to thik to lagegi. So you have to pay extra and you have to feel uncomfortable hoga, but ultimately you are sitting in Ferrari. So that's the difference. That's what people should feel. That's what the people sitting into the building should feel. That's what the thought process. So we thought this is the leasing model always. Leasing model can be straight line, simple, with efficient structure. But कभी-कभी ऐसा होता है कि हमारा personal based है. We learn lesser, but iconic तो बना ही है. So it's coming out well. We just started construction थोड़ा optimized code कर रहे हैं based on the requirement, and I think in coming a month time के आसपास construction will start coming soon. Although Colliers is slowly doing.
Yeah. When I said about the time, so we need to ensure we are there on time.
So that was my indirect question.
Yeah,
so
we were discussing about 36 months, and this guy was offering 40, then we closed it 38 months.
Yeah. It's a structure that goes on. So we are. Also, to add up, when you have people who come from outside of India, first is they need to see what kind of buildings we are making. The grade A buildings, what we say in India is a typical grade A doesn't match what a grade A would be in New York and other things. So that experience, what with the structure that's going to come up, with the lobby that has been designed, the technology that comes in, will give comfort to the people, business moving here, that we are going to be at the same path. It doesn't mean we're going to a cheaper place to do something. So that's where the standard of gift is really going to make it up big, and that's what's making it different. Because the whole idea of business moving from outside the country over here was the view of the cheap labor and other things. Now it's changed. It's more of technology, AI, what we are looking at big investment that's going to happen in gift. So it's changing. So the whole system is about that. Taxation part, when we look at it construction wise, we just know we will get a rebate on the GST. but operations is where the delta comes in.
Absolutely, and operation is where every occupier would want to be a part of it. Taking the cue from what you said, GIFT is the only or the first and the only city which is going to is a platinum rated, right? It has already been, and all the projects are actually bare minimum requirement to have a holder of platinum rated, and that's setting the standard or the tone for it to become the smart city where platinum rated or gold rated buildings that meet or are parallel with the other skylines across the globe. And I'm so sure with expertise of Amit and Chitrak's knowledge in construction and Suresh Bhai's these many years of knowledge with the industry and the government and all, it becomes a kind of a win-win situation. And the major factor comes in is the tax. So Rutul, my question to you, yeah, how do you foresee that the tax benefits could be extended? Currently, it has a time frame, timelines which we have already passed one phase. Yeah.
So today it's 10 out of 15 years, and if I have to tell you guys, it's people that know of what the government has done, and it's very interesting. The government looks at a possibility of tweaking something, and they immediately act on it. First, see, there are three key financial regulators in India. One is Reserve Bank of India, second is SEBI, and third is IRDA. They thought it is taking time, it is adding to the administrative efforts of reaching out to respective authorities. So then now they have set up IFSC, which is the central authority looking at all these applications. They have knowledge, they have people, they have the skill sets of all these organizations sitting at one place, so that they are in a position to give you a single window of data. You look at stock exchanges, they are now we have SGX Nifty, SGX Nifty. They realized non-residents, when they want to make investments into India, there is a difficulty of obtaining PAN, there is a difficulty of filing returns. They've given away that requirement. So if you are investing through GIFT City, there is no need to have PAN, there is no need to file returns.
But that is only applicable for SEZ, not SEZ is still applicable for an NRI to have all these.
If anybody is investing through GIFT, and if anybody is investing through GIFT and earning income, this is a particular provision which is applicable. So if a non-resident is earning income locally, domestically, over here, then this requirement does not apply, and which is a special status given to GIFT City. So we have these requirements taken care of. There was a requirement of non-residents, non-resident Indians holding minimum 50% of a foreign portfolio investor. And you have other foreigners who are there. So minimum requirement of 50% has also been done away. So that is another thing. They realized Indians want to make investments outside India into portfolio products, but they are constrained by LRS limits. So they changed, they brought OPI rules, overseas portfolio investment, where your family office vehicle can invest up to 50% of money, which is way beyond 250,000. They introduced a concept of a black box company, which is special purpose acquisition company, which is very prevalent, very popular in US. So they introduced a white paper for that. They have spoken about bringing about tokenization. So we've heard about tokenization, it's still in sandbox, but they are talking about using blockchain and bringing the tokenization for easier and faster trade in units. They have also provided a direct listing for Indian shares on GIFT exchanges, which will allow non-resident, including foreign nationals, to participate in tradings happening on GIFT City platform. They have also encouraged global in-house centers, GIC as you say. And once we were discussing with them, they said, we want as many GICs as possible because they are going to occupy buildings and buildings here. Today, Bank of America has 500 people. We were talking about Google occupying a large space and bringing people here. So when they come here, real estate is going to go to a different level because they are going to need houses, they will require recreational facilities, they will require retail space. So once GICs fill up I think that is where we'll see a huge jump in the entire real estate requirement, and the ecosystem, the environment, the face of this infrastructure will completely look different. Yes,
bookkeeping has been
yeah.
new addition.
Marketing services, accounting services, tax services, everything's there. Ancillary service, there is a list of 50 services.
And that's the way forward as well. And that's what Samir Sinha as well said, that GIFT City is the only way, and there is nothing that we foresee would now stop the,
One thing, SEZ GIFT City is just having the tax benefit. The rest, all are same. Even if you take the domestic DTA or the entire India, all are same. So the only benefit is
within the SEZ.
within the SEZ, which is 300-400 acres. We
Yeah.
are hardly a 10 crore square feet. Is
It's 28% of the
SEZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think across world, if you see in India, they are focusing. I think this is like a very small size to consume.
True. But what has happened as well from understanding of the bifurcation of GIFT City, SEZ having certain area of India, that is definitely seeing a huge inflow in last 24 months. In fact, we have leased out almost both the buildings, and we are working on few deals with the upcoming 2 projects as well, which are going to see the light of the day by end of this year at the earliest. But DTA is also seeing traction, and DTA as of today, we do not have a quality project other than FinTech 1, which passes through all the technical due diligence for the occupiers who are coming across from other parts of the country or from abroad. And that's one of the reasons Capgemini, Google, IBM are stationed out of 1. How and where is the new project that mushrooms up, and how quick that mushrooms up would definitely help the flow of interest that is going on, and it has got that momentum to continue. So that's one of the reasons. My question was, Amit, please make it quick. 36 is too late.
See, it's the time the construction takes. We are all there to ensure the fastest and the better for all of us. And the approvals come in place. So there are techniques which we can use and we can ensure you much earlier. So
Absolutely. The time frame has changed from 21 days to now reduced to even a week that a slab takes.
But when you do a commercial, so we go to the table form and get about 10 to 12 days cycle, term form as a technology. So we go really up fast. So we can do it. It's the timeline and the design that needs to be evaluated based on that.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things Suresh Bhai is also taking care of in his projects.
With respect to timeline, yesterday itself, there was a discussion with the MD sir, myself and Chitrak, we all were there actually. Actually, if you see 13 story to 80 story, we were constructing with a time frame of around 3 years in other part of the city actually. Now 35 story buildings we are going to construct in 3 years time. 3.5, not more than that actually. So that technology has taken care for high-rise buildings in GIFT City. If I talk with respect to my commercial building called Narvda actually, we have taken a decision to go ahead with the composite structure of construction. None of the structure has been constructed so far in Gujarat actually. We have made a tie-up with Jindal Steel, and around 4,500 metric tons steel of we are going to use in that, and it's a composite structure. So the construction period will reduce around say 25 to 30% time. So that will be repeated for delivering the overall material to the end customers at faster rate actually. And as a developer, if I say actually, why we are working with GIFT City, ease of doing business. From that day when we are getting the allotment, and after paying 25%, we are in a state to start the work actually. That is the major benefit. And whole the payment system is also linked with the construction with respect to some timeline. So that is also easy for us to make the payment to GIFT authority through.
True.
It's actually red carpet, and we've seen that. So if you come across a problem, you approach them, they'll say, you tell us what's the problem, we'll find a solution. they are also, this is an uncharted territory for them, right? So they also, it's not that they don't have struggles and they don't have difficulties. They also have a lot of issues which are new for them. But there is an openness and willingness to resolve and work along with you, to support you.
And I so agree with you because I have personally experienced it and I keep on interacting with gift officials day in and day out, including Mr. Ray. They are open to it. They always welcome whatever inputs that we have or any suggestions that we have or somewhere we have a bottleneck. They are ready to sit across the table and solve it. And that has been a boon for even my occupiers who have had that reservation to come and check Gift City out because hardly there are buildings that are available. But yes, the kind of support and the kind of response time which gift officials are giving makes a lot of difference and an extra mile for every occupier to reconsider that yes, this is the way forward for us as well.
They are crossing the limit to push you further to deliver faster. Before 2 days only, Suraj Bhai and me all were together with the MD and more than 50 developers were there. They are pushing to reduce the timeline, to speed up the construction. Like, board is not ready to listen for extension. We were discussing, sir, आपको थोड़ा time ज़्यादा दे दो, it's 34 building, 3 years. So normally it takes 1 year to construct 3 to 4 buildings. Then only we have only 2 years for perforce. So they are willing to deliver faster. They are cross-checking every month. The MD is taking follow-up and meeting himself by one-on-one developer for the updates. And any issues is happening, they are resolving maybe within a couple of days only. With all this stuff, there is zero corruption. Zero corruption, zero cost, zero FSI cost, no other payment like the sewage treatment plant, electric charges, all are covered, right?
And ease of business for even the occupiers. And somewhere or the other, that pressure could have come because of us, because we have our occupiers who want to be a part of it. So we could be the devils.
For occupier, either local developer or gift developer, it's the same. But for developer dealing with the other places, there are a lot of other payments, other type of payments are involved while constructing the project. In Gift City, there is only one. Check and only one.
Only one, yeah. So single window clearance is the way forward for, and it's set the stone for other cities to also replicate that kind of thing. But yes, Gift City is the way forward.
The best part is all the constituents, they also support you. So if you are talking to IFSC, the other bodies, for example, the stock exchange, the broker, they'll also come forward and help you. That's the best part. It's a single community. The feeling is very different. I have never ever seen anybody saying that, sorry, we'll not be able to help you. Only thing we've heard is, you come here, whether it is banking, whether it is insurance, whether it is brokerage, whether it is stock exchange, you come here. If you need any help, if you are stuck somewhere, you come to us, we'll help you, we'll use our relationship, and you come us and we'll support you establish.
Yeah, and that's how it has been, because they have changed so many bylaws to incorporate these many business lines as well to come in and other kind of aviation industry, aircraft leasing was never a part of Gift City. Yeah. Including brokers, including bringing in brokers association to within Gift City. So that's one of the things that stands apart. And from the first discussion panel that I had, and what Samir also said, 40 years of strong governance. Single government who has had the vision to make this city grow, the state grow, and our honorable Prime Minister since the day that, and it has been his pet project from the day one. So he's ensuring that all the support that is to be given is being given as well.
I think the government has done their job, their role. Now that's already it's an autonomy. So whether government changes, doesn't changes, it remains same. What doesn't matter, because all permission has been given, all allotment has been given. Now only the plus point is just occupier has to come, just enjoy the benefit of the taxes. That's it. And developer has to deliver. Now government has nothing to do other than just cross-check either it is being occupied, are they using it, and then expansion needed, all these checkpoints only government needs to do. Otherwise, it's done from the government side. Now it's on auto mode.
And that's why the IFSC authority, IFSC has been set up with an authority to monitor and ensure that these are not ghost offices but actually occupied. And that's
pressure on us to ensure that we build it fast.
Yeah, so I'm the devil.
Yeah, so marketed so well, there is huge requirement. We need to really push for the projects. Government has done its bit, Sir has done his bit. We need to do our bit and ensure the timings are met and we are doing it earlier.
So if you do your bit, I'll do my bit.
Yeah, so all of us are in the ecosystem, right? Everybody.
Good. Suresh, before we've just got 5 minutes left, and we should open it up for the general public as well. Any last thoughts before I open it up for the general public to question out? I would like to have last thoughts from each panel of panelists here. I'll start with Suresh ji.
Generally, people are asking, how is the condition of market actually in GIFT City? I will tell you, the projects which are going on, only 20% inventory is there. Almost 80% inventory has been already sold by all the developers. So that is the scenario in GIFT City. And in time to come, so many other projects are also coming up with respect to RFP being floated by the authority. So let us wait for that and try to invest in new projects. Thank you.
That question makes me ask you a question. 6,500 was the last. Don't you think it's already reached a threshold where it will be kind of tough for you or any bidder to come in and buy or take up a land and construct? How and what will be the break-even point? Or what would be your sales strategy if it goes above 6,500?
When we started in the year 2021, we were selling at the rate of 5,100. Now it is almost 8,500 to 10,000 rupees per square feet.
And you have sold off 80% of the inventory, which is amazing. Congratulations. Chitrak bhai.
અહીંયા 2-3 જણ બેઠા છે SJ હાઈવે પર જગ્યાનો શું ભાવ છે જસ્ટ પૂછો એને ડિવાઈડ કરી 5.4 થી ખાલી FSI ની કોસ્ટ કરજો અને ત્યાં શું ભાવે વેચો છો નહીં SG હાઈવે પર 3 લાખ મેં કીધું એમાં જે ભાવ વેચો છો 7,000 રૂપિયા વેચો છો અને એને FSI થી ડિવાઈડ કરજો અને એ FSI ગિફ્ટની જોડે કમ્પેર કરજો સામે એટલે ખર્ચી બી ગિફ્ટ સસ્તું SG have करता खाली फर्क एक है why the difference is gift inside the gift the construction cost is very high because to consume the FSI you have to go up. So there are 4 kind of building. एक low rise building, एक high rise building. It used to be a high rise building. Now there is a 70-meter building. There is an iconic structure. So each and every building has a different kind of construction cost. So the prices, the saleable prices is different. If I am considering the iconic structure into the SG highway, then I am still selling cheaper price and buying a costlier FSI than the gift city. So still gift is cheaper. The price may go up. It is just a concern. Either gifts should earn from the real estate or gifts should consider allotting the space and earn from the GST or income or the other revenues. That's the only debate which we always discuss with the gift city.
And that only gift can answer. Rutul, by any last inputs or suggestions or advice for the general public? Gift, mood and food.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an amazing opportunity. A lot has already happened. A lot is happening at a very different pace, and a lot is yet to happen. So I would say exciting times ahead for international financial market in India. India is moving ahead in terms of GDP, in terms of our size of economy everywhere. So I think exciting times for international financial market driven from India and cross-border transactions as well. So I think not of us to miss.
Fantastic. Amit, that group, Chitrak had to say something.
The second update,
Please.
Election patya pachi, we sold more than 30-35 CR inventory. 70 to 70 CR collection है हमारी पास है અને રેરાની અંદર 40 થી 50 કરોડ રૂપિયા જમા પડ્યા છે જે રેરા નથી ઉપાડવા દેતી. This is the gift city. So ખાલી આપણે પિઝા બહારના લોકો ખાય ને પછી આપણે અમદાવાદમાં ખાતા હતા. આજે બી એવું છે કે બહારના લોકો હજી બી ખરીદે છે. અમદાવાદવાળાને ડાઉટ છે કે ગિફ્ટ સિટીનું શું છે શું નહીં. આ જ વસ્તુ ગિફ્ટ ચાલુ થઈ હતું ને ત્યારે બી હતું. બહારના લોકો બાય કરતા હતા પછી અમદાવાદવાળા બાય કરતા હતા કે અમે રહી ગયા કરીને. It is still same scenario. So anything goes wrong, then સૌથી વધુ ચિંતા ઘરનાને હોય છે જેણે ઇન્વેસ્ટ બી નથી કર્યું. એ જેણે ખરીદ્યું બી નથી.
જી રહી ગયા એટલે છે.
બરાબર.
So, how about you on that? What do you foresee and what are your target plans for Gift City? Taking up more projects?
Yeah, that's always there. We end up seeing business, right? Projects are required. We look forward to contributing to the skyline of Gift City. And I would say it's 3 years. What you see, you're going to look at absolutely a different Gift City with new iconic structures that come. So it's go. I would really, expect a nice retail, leisure activity, complexes that come in, which helps the whole ecosystem that's there.
It's just a support system that's required to keep the momentum going. For this, I thank each and every panelist here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your, all the. We'll open it for the general public if they have. How many questions could we take, Sapna? Couple of them.
Unfortunately, just one question, sir. I would love to ask you so many questions myself, but we have to wait for offline connection for that. One question over here, please. Who would love to grab that opportunity? I see that hands up, Patel. Thank you. I request you to kindly stand up and put forward your question.
Good evening, sir. Sir, from the rental yield and price appreciation point of view, both, what is better investment in commercial or this residential? What is better investment in Gift City?
We ask certain prospect. When you पूछो क्या हमने तो दुर्लभ साधनों से.
Sorry.
Can you?
Chitrak sir, to you.
Chitrak sir, તમારી માટે પૂછે છે સવાલ.
So supply is the less in the Gift City of the residential. Because if you see normal townships, residences are more and the commercial spaces are less. In Gift City is the reverse. The commercial spaces are more and the residential are less. But overall rentals in the residential are less. So it's a reverse combination than the other part of the India. Right? So we see the both will have the good rental. It is up to you to choose. Will you able to lease out to someone by your network with the commercial spaces or residential spaces, or are you gonna use by yourself later on, or are you thinking to switch later on to Gift City? Then you should opt for the residential. If you are only expecting on to rental, then you can choose any of them. Clear?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chitrak bhai. Thank you, Rutul. Thank you, Suresh bhai. Thanks, Amit.
Ladies and gentlemen, ये आज के दिन का फाइनल पैनल डिस्कशन था. तो प्लीज फाइनल की तरह उसी लेवल का एनर्जी, एंथुसियाज्म, ज़ीद दिखा के ताली बजा दीजिए और जोर से थैंक यू सो मच. I request you all to kindly stand over here and pose for a special group photo. Thank you so much, photographers. Click, click, click. Thank you.